We're back here at Alaska Airlines Center. This is the 2025 South Anchorage High School, home of the Wolverines, graduation, class of 2025. I'm joined here by Dr. Luke Allman. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well.
Awesome. Exciting. You have about, how many seniors are graduating?
Approximately 270 today.
270? Awesome. That's an awesome class. We did a run through of a lot of them of Carly Strumper. Did an awesome job there. How does this class, if you had to describe this class, how would you describe it?
I would say they're our most challenging, and I'll say that in a really positive way, but they've really come through it quite well. Even though sometimes I wish they'd meet deadlines a little bit better, they're here, they're dressed, and we're ready to go. So
Carly did mention they had a lot of the COVID stuff with online, and it was kind of a hybrid almost because they had to come back and stuff like that. So was that part of the challenges, or just different life things happening?
Yeah, I think so. They missed, I think it would be the tail end of their 8th grade year, and I always joke they were basically airdropped into high school at the end of their freshman year. So all of that time where you just practice the routines and get used to what it means to be a high school student was gone. And you can imagine the kind of whiplash that happens when all of a sudden you're treated totally differently, perhaps a few lesser rules, more freedom, more responsibility, but not a lot of the practice. And so I think most of them have caught up, but yeah, you can still see it manifesting itself.
That's awesome. I noticed the civics program, which we did a podcast on that, really awesome program. You were saying this is the first graduating class of that. People may not know everything about the program. Can you talk a little bit about it and then why this is important with these young people are going to take with them moving on?
Yeah, so it has a lot to do with what we were just talking about. So when we got kids back, I suppose that would be in the spring of 2021 or maybe in 22. We just found that kids were used to screens, being able to mute. They didn't necessarily have to respond to questions. They weren't as comfortable in conversation. They weren't as good at self-advocacy. And so we thought the best thing to do is to try to start a program to encourage those skills. And so the Civic Leadership Program started now 3 years ago. And these are the first kids that have gone through the program. So this class of Civic Leadership kids have completed over 4,000 hours of community service. They've all done a capstone project, which means a 10-minute presentation based on that volunteerism. And I hope have made a really, really positive impact in the community. And so it's something we hope to be able to continue in successive years. And so next year we'll look forward to the next class coming out of there.
Oh, that's amazing. What is your last final words? I know you're going to say stuff. We don't want to give away your speech. You always give good speeches. But in terms of what is your message to them, advice for the future?
Yeah, so in a nutshell, my advice today is for them to take the best traits of really young people and really old people, and that may seem odd, but the actual original TED conference was what can we learn from the very young and very old who haven't lost their sort of spark for life. Part of that is because I think they were on a screen for so long, I want to push them out, and they really need to interact with the real world, go talk to people, follow whatever your passion is, and but do it in person, don't do it from behind a screen.
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Of course.
That was Dr. Luke Allman. Like as you can see here, we'll give you some ending shots. They're getting in line. They're getting ready. Looks like alphabetical order, led by the junior marshals. Again, this is the 2025 South High School graduation, class of 2025. Make sure you watch us. There will be the actual live stream of the ceremony, and then we will do some stuff after the fact as we celebrate with family and friends. And we'll have Carly back. She's a junior marshal, so she had to go do the junior marshal duties, and then she'll join me as we interview the families and have some fun with that. We're doing this all week, guys. So we have today South. We had service earlier. Tomorrow we'll have Chiga and Eagle River, and then we'll continue with the rest of our schools. Make sure you have coverage, and we'll see you until next time.